my mother, who was still working in those days, introduced me to a producer, a man named Warren Lewis, who was about to make some film television shows, not four-star Playhouse. So he interviewed me, and I showed him some stories. Nothing happened. And then he got the job to produce Four-Star Playhouse. So that was the first time, that my easy access to the business actually worked. And so I did this reading of material for Four-Star Playhouse. Meanwhile, at the same time, live television was still growing. It was still developing.
What were some of the things that they were doing on Four-Star Playhouse?
They were half-hour stories, and they were stories tailored for the stars. They were of all types. One was a classic, a Lord Galsworthy story. Most of them were contemporary. They were of all natures. Ida Lupino played in a couple of them that were women in jeopardy stories. David Niven played in a couple that were very contemporary corporate settings. Charles Boyer, who had been known as a romantic leading man, was now beyond that age, and he played some character roles that were specifically developed for him. Dick Powell was kind of the thrust of that particular operation. He was really the businessman and the driving force of it, as in terms of the stars. And Dick Powell really was looking to continue his film career as a very strong dramatic leading man. He had started out as a musical comedy singer, and then he made the switch as an actor in features, and he wanted to continue that. So the stories came from all sources, and there was no one request, get this story for this person, or that story for that person.
Did you ever appear on the set, officially or unofficially?
Only once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
The official story editor of that series was a man named Coles Trapnell, who later went out to Universal as their studio story editor. He was a very brilliant guy who really had his fix on everything, what the stars needed. A man named Gordon Oliver was the nominal producer. But while this was going on, I was still intrigued by live television because I thought those dramas, particularly the 1-hour dramas, were great. So I really wanted to get into that world.